Hi y'all, Jeff here with Jeff's Cars and Garage, and welcome back to another video. And today it's a beautiful day here in Nebraska, and as you see, I've got a few cars scattered around here, and you can see in the background the 300 SL, which right now I'm waiting on a part for that. In fact, let me go get the part that I'm having to replace as this is an expensive part, folks. This part right here is about $400 brand new. I found a few of them on eBay. This is a fuel pressure regulator, and this one has blown out right here at the top of the where the vacuum line goes in. And I contacted a company out in California that actually can rebuild these, except for that. So there must be a diaphragm in there that they can't get parts for, and this is loose. It's quite frankly, it's shot. And so I was looking on eBay, and I found some new ones, but I found a used one that I'm actually that I just purchased. It's coming from California, and I've also found some that somebody actually put silicone around here that trying to solve the problem. Well, and they wanted $100 for it. Yeah, I don't think so. It's not rebuildable. And so from what I was told, that the innards of this can be rebuilt except for right here at the top. So without so that part probably won't be here until maybe Monday or Tuesday, and I'll do another video as I'm putting it on and then starting the car. But today, that's not what this video is about. I'm gonna put this away so I don't lose it. Today, this video is about another car that we acquired. My wife actually wanted this car, and I've shown some teasers of the car, and we did actually purchase it. And probably one of the cheapest 2002 Ford Thunderbirds that I have found out on the market, at least in the Midwest, but that runs and drives. And so without further ado, I'm going to it's kind of tucked over here, you probably can't see it, but I am going to bring it out right here, and we'll do a walk around of the car, and kind of show you some of the quirks and things. And then I'm going to do another video at another time, because as you know, I've got this SL, I've got the 350 SL, and taking the hard top off of them is relatively easy. Not so much on the Ford Thunderbird. So what I'll do is we'll do another video, because I'm going to have old Jose Yui help me so we can lift the top off. But I'm going to go over the car, show you some of the things that I have found, and my wife actually drove it home from the dealer. We actually bought this at a dealer, and we paid trade-in value for it. Now, we made them an offer that was contingent on, it was, I offered $4,600, but notice the tires, it wasn't even safe to drive it off the lot. It wouldn't have even made it home, because the sidewalls were splitting away. So the tires were old, and it had white wall tires on it, which I really liked. I think it set it out, but there was a compromise in the whole thing, and the dealership, he ended up what I'd asked for was 2 rear tires and a spare, because the spare was shredded, because I'd noticed the rear tires were separating. Well, I ended up getting 5 new tires out of the deal. I ended up paying what they asked for it, and that was, the deal was put 3 tires on it, 2 tires on the ground and 1 on the spare, for their asking price of $5,500. Well, they couldn't find any white walls, and when they got the car to the tire shop, the front two tires were just as bad. I just didn't notice it, and so they made the decision to put 5 new tires on. So I think I got the best part of the deal, and there's a few things that need to be worked on, and I'll kind of go around that when I go around the car. But without further ado, let me get the car backed up out here, and so you can actually see it moving. And yes, this is a lot lower slung car. My head just hit the top. All right, it started right up. Let's put the wipers on just to get the stuff off the windshield. Okay, so I have found one thing that doesn't work on the car, and that is the power seat on the driver's side. So I have to worry about that here and check that out. But folks, there it is, a 2002 Ford Thunderbird, and it has 134,000 miles on it. Let me get the camera so that you can see the whole car, and we'll point it down just a little bit. So you probably can't see it on camera, but there's one thing that this car that had an issue. It does not have a salvage title, but it did have a front accident somewhere up in here, and so it did have some body work done to it at one point in time, but no salvage title, just noted on the Carfax. So, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that in a sense caused a repaint from here all the way around on the front and both fenders. Well, it didn't blend, and so that's one thing that I'm probably going to work with. Either I'll do it or I'll take it to somebody to blend it. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but their overspray of their front got onto the plastic. That really gives a telltale sign of the damage that was repaired. Next thing, this is in the era of when Ford and Jaguar were kind of, they're partnered up. This is a Jaguar engine. It sounds like a Ford when it starts, but it's actually a Jaguar-based engine. Also, the suspension under this car is Jaguar, much like the Lincoln LS of the time period. So these cars had technically a Jaguar platform. Now, is that a good thing? I don't know. Jaguar in that era actually had a little bit better quality, and in fact tried to buy a 2002 Jaguar XJ for Madison out of a seller out of South Sioux City, Nebraska, that we just didn't get there in time. She was hard pressed for some cash. Apparently, I don't know, maybe her boyfriend was in jail or something. Who knows what the story was. And had the money, and she wanted, I think, $1,200, $1,400 for it. and consequently we just didn't get there in time. And so that was a good deal. It needed a little help as far as it had a small dent on the passenger side or something or other from the description, but that would have been a good deal. So this car, needless to say, you know, my wife, she's always loved these cars, and they're cute cars. They're wonderful looking cars. They are kind of retro, back into the 1950s, you know, 1957. And so, is this one really a collectible piece? Yes, with low miles it would be. This one, I've seen them. You know, people are asking anywhere from $10,000 to $14,000 with, you know, 80,000 miles to 140,000 miles. This one, if I get the paint corrected and you know, make it, you know, a little bit nicer looking. I mean, some of this stuff is just, it just needs to be fixed. You know, this panel here can come off. I mean, it basically, you know, this whole plastic panel will come off. I can paint that black and make it look pretty, make it look a little bit better. But overall, the car itself, you know, whoever, there's got to be some paint folks around in this area that are just, they just don't do it right. So, without further ado, let me take you around the car itself and, you know, kind of give you an idea of what it really, you know, does look like. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can see the two different colors of red. Here we go again with a car that, this one was originally red, not white, but it has two different colors of red on it. And let me zoom the camera out a little bit more since I'm a little bit closer. But overall, you know, it's a nice looking car. Brand new tires on it all the way around, all season radials. The rear of the car is in good shape. I will tell you, parts for this thing ain't cheap. They are not cheap whatsoever. You can see a little clear coat coming off right there. Top, overall, I like the two-tone, the white top on the red car. This is not the what do you call it, the Neiman Marcus version or whatever it was. But as you see here in the engine, you know, it's got good old plastic covers, but that is a Jaguar engine, 3.9 liter V8. My wife said, and I haven't driven this on the highway, she's driven it on the highway. She said it's very, very peppy. Well, it's not a very heavy car. And so, you know, overall, it's actually in pretty good shape. Interior, the only thing here is this knee panel right here. It's broken, and somebody used some screws to put, you know, to kind of hold it on. I'm going to have to find one of those, and in fact, I have found them, but that's a $500 piece of plastic if I order it in red. You know, I can find it in red. I see something else over on the passenger side let me get around there. I always like doing videos like this too, because then I can refer back to some of the things that I've noticed that I didn't really notice when I bought the car. Maybe this is, oh, never mind. I thought the door lock was not there. It's there, it was recessed. Overall, interior is in great shape. Now, okay, oh, that the passenger seat works. Maybe I was doing the button wrong on the driver's side. Let's check it out. Everything else worked. Now, much like any sports car like that one, the battery is in the trunk. And this one, oh no, where did they go with the trunk liner? I'm gonna have to call him. There's the spare, the brand new spare, but they left the trunk liner. It was there, unless it's behind the seat. Oh shoot. That's a problem. It was there. Okay, I gotta get a hold of the guy because the trunk liner is missing. Alright, so that's a problem. Okay, so see, I didn't look at the car, but we just picked it up. And yeah, now I gotta go clear back over to Council Bluffs, Iowa to see if I can find what they did with it. Alright, well, doggone it, I need to give him a shout. Alright, folks, there you have it. A 2002 Ford Thunderbird in white over red with a red and black interior. Tell me what you think. Put your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed the walk around on this video, and we'll you know, we're gonna have another one regarding when I take off the top, and I'll have to get with you know, the seller and say, hey, what happened to the trunk liner that goes down inside there? So tell me what you think. Put your comments down below. Did I pay too much? In today's times, I think this car was actually a pretty good buy. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Share this with your friends. 2002 Ford Thunderbird. Have a great day.